We keeping it.
Hey, Rodney.
What up?
I don't hear no music. I don't hear no music.
I don't know why. Hey, I'm gonna keep getting it.
Get it then. All right, now, B, watch out with the RIP Bulls, baby. We still alive.
You can hear me though, right? You can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Forget it. That's crazy.
What up? What up? Riley said, no music. Barry
Nothing
said,
now?
LMAO.
Nothing now? Barry know what the song is, though.
I don't.
Bruh, I'm gonna lose. You,
man. Hey.
You can hear me, but you can't hear the music? Oh, no. I'm about to...
Hopefully we hear the outro.
You hear that?
Draft. No, I don't.
Bruh, I'm finna throw this.
If it ain't the true cycle game. What that's supposed to mean, Champ? Tricycle. All right, get your
words right. You're gonna talk about folks.
Tricycle. Yeah, you're gonna talk about
man,
folks.
Look, I do not understand what's going on, but we don't need no music. Screw it. Dang.
Hey, like this, you said in church, we don't need no music. We don't need no music. We don't need no music.
All right. Wait a minute. Let me go and get my
What's up?
Wow, how can you hear me but no music? Hey, check it out.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go and put my oh, I know why.
Well, we'll worry about it later.
I know why.
Let's go.
Hold on. I bet.
I can hear it now.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
We want to do it over?
No, I don't.
Coming to you from probably somewhere in Mississippi, guys talking about sports and stuff. You can call them Ray and Rodney or Rodney and Ray. Anyway, it's the R&R Show.
First begin. Pause the music. 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 I said we will be going. We doing live updates. The first pick is in for the Jaguars, and they will be selecting. Here in a second, right now. The pick is in. They need to hurry up, quit showing all these folks with this green lipstick on. But before that, hey y'all, welcome to the R&R. Welcome to the R&R Show. Welcome to the R&R Show. I'm Ray.
I'm Rodney.
Hey, we know it's been a minute. You can see the run. I mean, Rodney had to blow the dust off the ALP. But we back up in here. It's draft night. It's playoffs. Acuna is coming back for the Braves tonight. So now when I play with the Braves on MLB baseball, I can win a game now. All right. This is the R&R Show.
Listen to it. Well, guess what? Don't worry about it. It'll come up in a minute. Oh, snap.
And if you know somebody who ain't watching, thank y'all. Thank y'all once again for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for following us on Facebook, YouTube, MeToo, WeToo, Twitter, Twatter, Miller Lite, and all that. And if you know somebody who ain't doing the same, you make sure they tell them to, Who we got? Don't go to we done missed the pick.
Tell them.
But make sure you tell them to tell their mom them, they draft with the first pick, the Jaguars got Trayvon Walker from Georgia in the house, number 1 pick. He got the bag. And it's crazy. It's crazy because
wait a minute. You gotta tell them tell you didn't finish.
Oh, and you know somebody who ain't doing the same thing, make sure you tell them to tell their mama them, tell their mama them, tell mama them, and they mama them, and who else?
Tell their daddy if he's still around. Now check this out.
Tell their dad if he's still around.
Hold on. All our fans been doing this right.
I'm about to lose my mind. You've been gone for so long.
Boy, you see.
And then Riley said, and I'm Riley. You know they done lost their, he done lost his place in the chat room. And he Riley, like he won the R show. Come on, Riley. Come on, Riley. Come on.
Come on, Riley.
Now, what you was gonna say? What's crazy about that first pick?
What crazy about Walker from Georgia is that he went from being weighed after the season over maybe at best second round draft pick to the number one pick, to the top pick.
What's even worse, what's even crazier is Nakobe Dean went from a guaranteed first round pick to an early second round, which to me still blows my mind.
But but that remains to be seen.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see with Nakobe Dean, because I still feel like he gonna be a top.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all, we got the draft going on. And I'm gonna wear my San Francisco hat and rep, even though we don't have the first round picks, just like a bunch of other teams in the NFL. Out of the 32 first round picks, only 25 teams that got them sold up, man. That's crazy. On 25 teams, 25 or 24 teams, got these 32 picks. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. We got the NBA playoffs, and that's what we're going to start with. Tonight, we got the Raptors and the 76ers. We got the Suns and the Pelicans. Two series that, if you had me to pick, it would have been a clear cut. I would have clear cut gave you the 76ers against the Raptors in this series. I would have gave you clear cut the Suns against the Pelicans in this series. But you know what? The lie detector determined that was a lie. We have a series. And then what's crazy about this playoff series is that the series that everybody was looking forward to, especially me, the Nets and the Celtics, I thought that was going to be the best series out of the first round of these playoffs, turned out to be the worst.
We was hoping it was going to be the best. We was hoping that.
Well, I would say Milwaukee and the Chicago Bulls was the worst series, but at least Chicago won one. The Nets got swept.
And they actually have a reason for losing. Like Chicago was like half staff. Like they didn't have it all. So that to me was like, I mean, you know, it had to be played, but Chicago was 100%. If Chicago had been 100%, I think it would have been different. And the Lions pick Hutchinson.
And the Lions pick.
Yeah.
Defensive end, where he's from?
Michigan.
Hey, that's gonna be the truth.
Second top 10 pick from Michigan since who? Yes. Tell me who it is. Second top 10 pick in Michigan since
Desmond Howard?
No, after Desmond.
Okay. I don't have a clue.
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson. Oh my goodness, I forgot about him.
Charles Woodson, one of two in the last two to go top 10.
And the Texans is on the clock as we speak. Texans is on the clock.
They try to get everything.
Ain't no telling.
New owner.
Man, they need some of everything. They
new offensive coordinator. But check this out. Check this out. What was the problem with the Nets?
Leadership. Leadership.
Oh,
that's what the problem was. I know that
From who?
I'm gonna say pretty much anybody. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Because just hold on, because look, just because you're the best player on the team or arguably the world, don't mean that you have to be the leader. Look at Haslam for Miami. When the last time you seen him play?
He always playing garbage time, and he make good fouls on people.
And he's the leader. No, real talk.
No, I got you. But I'm telling the truth. But
He's that voice. He's that heartbeat of that team.
He's the dog on the
Who
team.
is the leader of the Golden State Warriors?
You got two.
Who is that leader? Who is that voice?
Has to be the leader. Really?
No, you only have one. I said leader, not leaders. Leader. Who is the voice in that locker room? Who?
You got Steph.
Nope. He is not the leader in that locker room. It's Draymond Green. He is the voice of that team.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's you don't just because you're the best player don't mean you are the best leader. They lack that leadership.
What you're doing is playing right into my next little thing. Would you agree that for that team, there was no dog on that team?
I agree. There's no dog on that team.
But you know what they did? And it showed in every game. They sat back and waited for stuff to happen as opposed to attacking and making it happen. You put a dog on that team, he cusses somebody out. At some point, somebody getting cussed out for not hustling, for not making shots, for making stupid decisions. And when it tried to happen, when Kyrie give you that look that you've seen on the internet so many times, they looked at him like he was crazy because guess what? He's not a dog and he's not a leader. And now it makes sense that everything that's happened to him and KD up until this point shows you the failures that they had on other teams when they were supposed to be the top dog.
Okay, quick question. Yeah. I want to know from Barrington Fort B. I want you to tell me who is the leader on that Boston Celtics team.
Oh, come on.
I want to know from Barry.
That's the other thing, though. The thing that, like, when you say leadership, that stands out because in the regular season, even when you hot toward the end of the season, like we thought they were, the Nets were, I don't think they did enough with all the time that was missed and the changes that was made to actually be effective with anybody anyway, regardless of how hot they were when they ended the season. I don't think
exactly.
They had plenty of opportunity with Kyrie missing games, the COVID situation, and taking his time off whenever he took time off, and then you taking Harden and not using him or making him effective to trade him for somebody that wasn't going to play. I still don't like that decision.
I'm not going to say that. Don't say that they didn't use Harden because they used Harden at one point. But you said they didn't use Harden. That's what you said.
I said they traded Harden for somebody that they didn't use. Somebody they didn't use, they couldn't use toward the end of the year. So I'm not really, and I'm not really high on that. But they did it right.
Right. I'm sorry, Rodney. We're gonna be cutting each other off all night long. I'm sorry, while this draft going on. But we have Derek Stingley Jr. going to the Houston Texans, cornerback from LSU.
Right.
Jets on the clock. All right, go ahead.
Now, this is one of the things that I want to turn out. Hey, who is it, right? What's his name? Who is that?
Who is who?
Who is that? Put it on the screen.
Oh, that's Tony from Columbus, Mississippi.
Hey, Tony from Columbus. That right there hurt too. Because, like I said, that thing with James Harden and trying to corral him, I want to blame part of it on coaching and the organization because they can't get they can't get what they need out of what they got.
How can you? I'm sorry. Hold up 1 second. You just opened Pandora's box on something. I'm not going to put it on coaching because how can you put it on a coach that has never coached before? That goes back to what Tony said. That goes back to what Tony said. That would be the front office. That would be the front office.
Put it on the coach. That part of coaching is realizing when you need to try to make some changes or getting these dudes butt to make some changes. The whole series, we saw these dudes sit back and watch two players try to make scores and try to make stuff happen. It's plays, it's sets, it's game plans that you can use to say, hey, we got to get some folks involved. These other two ain't really doing it. And when one of them went hot and when one of them wouldn't hit no shot, they was really looking like garbage.
But Brown was that guy. Brown stepped up in a few games, but that wasn't enough. You need your superstars. You need your superstars to step up regardless. I understand. They had a plan for Kevin Durant where they beat him up. It was two people on him at all times. They was beating him up on the offensive side and the defensive side. I understand all that, but yet and still, if you are that person, if you're that dog. Well, I ain't gonna say that dog, but if you are the greatest the greatest player in the world, and Kyrie, the best, arguably the best point guard, come on now, somebody got to be doing something. Somebody got to do something.
Guess what? You can have the baddest gun in the world, but the son gun that's shooting it can't hit nothing. You just wasting money. You just wasting money. If that gun sitting in the closet during hunting season, you just wasting money.
But you know what? I kind of can go with you there because Kyrie didn't show up in the series. Kyrie haven't showed up since game one. There's no excuse. There is no excuse for what he put on the court from game 2 through 4.
We could spend all night long picking them apart. And I think we'll both be 100% right. Because the biggest thing is there was no leadership, front office, getting people that you can't use, and then coaching. And then there is no accountability. You ain't heard nobody get blamed for nothing. Seriously. Like when you listen to, you look at the media, ain't nobody blaming nobody for nothing. They just like, well, the Nets didn't do it, and then they moving on. So why do they get a pass just because they two of the best players, two of the top 10 players in the world? They get a pass,
but they don't get a pass. Who's giving them a pass? Who's giving them a pass? I haven't heard anybody give them a pass.
I haven't heard anybody hold nobody accountable either. Even they
hold up. You haven't heard anybody from that organization holding anybody accountable. But everybody else in the sports world, every media outlet, every daggone sports show and analyst been drilling these guys. They've been holding them accountable. So who are you talking? Because I know I be watching First Take and Undisputed live.
I was to watch it live for morning.
So I know this. So what I'm so honestly, and you know what Tony said too. Tony, you stole my thunder because I was going to get to that too. They don't play defense. Their defense suck. Now, I want to know from you, Rodney, what do explain to me when you say hold them accountable? Who's supposed to be holding them accountable that's not holding them accountable?
I don't see it, well, because that goes back to the leadership thing. When teams lose, nobody's gonna come up and say, hey man, we didn't do this, or we could have been better at this. I should have come out better. I should have did more. And nobody that played is doing that. And if you're supposed to be top dog, this is why you will never consider top dog. Because top dogs know how to take responsibility, know how to, at least anything they line, take that for the squad. That ain't showing up. And you know what? That has been, I can go back right now and tell you, as good as Ray Marley did.
I'm looking like that because the Pelicans is up on the Suns 54-42 with Booker returning tonight.
Yep.
Somebody's in trouble. But we're gonna get to that. But we're gonna get to that.
No. Tony from Columbus. I don't really think that would have made a difference because the things that we have, it would have helped. It would have helped, but I don't think it would have made a difference with what they came up with to the playoffs.
I disagree.
I don't think it would have made a difference. I don't think it would have made a difference because the things that we're talking about still wouldn't exist. The leadership, he wouldn't be a leader. He's not a leader. We know this. Go ask Cleveland. Go ask Boston. He is not a leader. He just wants to do what he wants to do to try to win, but he can't lead guys. He had a chance to lead Boston, and he couldn't. He had a chance to lead in Cleveland, and he couldn't. He wanted to get away from LeBron because he couldn't lead. He was tired of being told what to do. And he didn't like it, so he went somewhere and he failed. He never accepted that. So he can go out there and ball out all he wants. It may have changed their playoff position.
What's going on, Ant?
That's the other thing. That's it, Tony. It would have changed their playoff position. So that part I'm wrong on. It would have changed their playoff position. You're right. You're right. So what
the Jets got they got old Sauce from Cincinnati.
Oh, now that plays into something else later on down the road too. We need to hurry up and get to. Now check it out. We can talk about Boston and the Nets all day, but we can talk about.
But Barry. Hey Barry to Fort. I guess you wasn't paying attention to me earlier. I want to know who you feel is the leader on the Boston Celtics team, because I'm going somewhere with it. Who you think? Who you think is that leader in the locker room?
I really think Marcus Smart will have that team.
Tony, who you think? Who you think is the leader on that voice in the locker room for the Boston Celtics?
And who you think is his voice for the Boston Celtics? Who's the heart? Who's that dog in the locker room? Who is it? I think it's Marcus Smart.
No, ain't gonna say
Brown.
ain't gonna say somebody that don't even ain't gonna say Danny Ainge.
He gonna say Ben Simmons.
He gonna say Ben Simmons. Marcus Smart. Is Marcus Smart the best player on that team? No, he's the defensive player of the year. He's the defensive player of the year, but he's not the best player on the team. That's what they're lacking. All these people that I'm naming are the leaders and the voices in the locker room are the dogs of that team. Hey, recall this if you will. Do y'all remember back when the Celtics was just dog trash at the beginning of the season, and Marcus Smart went to the media? Something that I don't like to see players airing out dirty laundry to the media, but he called everybody out. Not by name, but he called his teammates out. He called out Jaylen Brown and he called out Jason Tatum. Them about not playing ball. And some of the media outlets was trying to drag him, but I knew exactly what he was doing and what he was saying. He was calling that team out. Everybody was trying to play me ball.
Yep.
And when they started playing in the system, I can't think of the coach name, but that he had to present them, dude, that changed them around from the All-Star break until now, and they haven't stopped yet because they playing team ball. They're not playing that hero ball, that sandlot ball. Everybody's trying to beat them. And I love Marcus Smart for that. That's what leaders do. That's what dogs do. They call their teammates out.
Now I tell you this though. We can talk about, like I said, the Nets all day, but
give me another. All right, let's move on to the Celtics. All right, Celtics. I see y'all.
I'm not going to discount that. Boston is balling because.
But what did I say? What did I say a few shows back about Boston? Huh?
It's been a while. What did you say?
I said you watch Boston. Boston is going to be that dark horse team for the championship. Keep an eye on it.
I wouldn't call it dark horse though.
What up, Michael Cantrell? My guy, what's going on with you, my boy?
Now check this out. Let's go somewhere that's going on tonight.
Okay, who you want? Who you want? Which one? You want the Suns
Yeah,
and the Pelicans? You want the 76ers and the Raptors? Which one?
Hey!
Mavericks and the Jazz?
Hit that 76ers and the Raptors.
76ers and the Raptors. In trouble, trouble, trouble. Why? Because James Harden was brought there to be Robin to Joel Embiid's Batman, and he's not cutting the mustard right now. He's turned into playoff James Harden. I don't know what footage they've been looking at. I don't know what they expected from him in the playoffs, but James Harden have been nothing in the playoffs in the past. So why do they expect him to be something different now? He's not showing up now. He haven't showed up then, and he's not going to show up in the future. And that's the problem with them now. You got Joel Embiid, and I got to give it to that guy. That guy turned it on. He put it on his shoulders when he was playing well, picked it up, and started playing like who I feel like should be the league's MVP this year. He put it on his shoulder and started toting his team. He's playing right now with a jacked up thumb, which is going to have surgery at the end of the season. And James Harden is not helping them out. James Harden is being passive at the moment, and that's not why they brought him there. He's the reason why they're struggling right now. And if they drop this game tonight, guess what? They're going to drop the next one too. I'm just saying.
Let me tell you what's crazy. Why you talking about James Harden? The dude just dropped a 3 and start hollering. Yeah! When them James Harden. Now look.
I tell you what. I'm going to see what those stats are right now. He better be balling while he's hollering.
He better be, because we've been going back and forth.
And they're up by 17. So he got to help tote the slack, catch the slack for this team, man.
Now, look,
it's ridiculous.
Look. I don't know,
man.
If the 76ers think they can make stuff work that ain't there, or make something happen that hasn't been happening, but we all know that James Harden hasn't been right since Houston.
Hamstring.
Since Houston in the playoffs when they missed like 37 threes in a row, he has not been right playoff wise since then. And I heard a dude today on the radio say James Harden is out of his prime, and I was like, wait a minute, he's not out of his prime. He's just doing what James Harden do. He's gonna ball out for you in the season. He's gonna look decent in the season. And then when the season come out, he may be on the backside of his prime, but he's not out of it. I think
your prime is your peak. There's no such thing as the backside of your prime. Just like there's no such thing as the front side of your prime. Your prime is your peak. He's on the backside of his career. Okay. Yeah, Tony. I see they're up 19. And James Harden better be doing what I say he better be.
For them being up 19, is it really James Harden or is it who they playing? I'm just saying, like, it's the 76ers. They're supposed to be up 19 regardless of
they're supposed to be. This is not even supposed to be a series. It's not supposed to be a series.
If they can get hot at the right time, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna ball out. So I can't really say, it's James Harden reason they up. They was doing that before they got James Harden.
Exactly. Hey, draft break. New York Giants selected Thibodeau from Oregon.
Defensive end. Now that's an interesting pick.
It is, but he's going. Hey, y'all. Hey, this thing on. Watch, he will be a bust. Watch.
You think so? All right.
Yep.
Check this out.
Yep.
He gonna get plenty of playing time because their offense is not gonna stay on the field. Check this out. They don't have. They didn't even pick up the 5th-year option on the quarterback. What are they gonna do? Go get Kaepernick? Come on, give me something.
They should. Somebody should.
If you're gonna kill a quarterback, you might as well kill him all the way. But check it out. So with that being said, so let me ask you this: you think that so 76ers is gonna win the series, right?
Yep. If they continue this, they will.
This series, I want to see him in the next one because this one here was not supposed to be.
If they look, okay, we all know that they will see Miami in the next series, but I'm gonna tell you, Miami is that team that, bro. I see Miami getting them, dog. That team remind me of, oh man, their defense. So Hey, you know what? You remember the Detroit Piston team with Rip Hamilton and the Wallace boys and Chauncey Billups and those cats. They was defense first and fought gritty on offense and defense. That's what this team remind me of.
And then they
And they have the player that's been the best in the player that's been, I feel, in my personal opinion, been the best player in the playoff, Jimmy Butler.
he's the most consistent. I know that much. He's the most
I
consistent.
know he's been to me, he's been the best player. Because he's been balling.
Okay. Next series. Come on. We got that one done. So I'm looking forward to the second one. Long the Grizzlies know how to play ball. That will be in the game. They shouldn't be this far, to be honest.
Against Golden State. You talking about against Golden State? No, that will not be a series. I'm sorry. They can play the best ball that they can, but they
I don't think it's gonna be a series either. I just wanted to know what you thought, because everybody, and
that's what I think.
I'm in Memphis, and you hear this all the time, every day. I can't wait for this series, and I'm sitting here like, I don't know why. Like, do you want to be mad? Do you want to be upset? Like, cause that's what's gonna happen. If you sit here and watch them play ball now, and think they can do that against Golden State, they're gonna get blew out the gym. I'm talking about out the gym packing. And I try to tell people that actually know basketball and know anything about sports. The Grizzlies were regular season warriors, but they don't have a dog on that team like we've been talking about before. And they do not have the experience and know how to take the playoffs as opposed to the regular season.
But look, hold up, Rodney. But let's pump our brakes talking about a Memphis Golden State series when they got to get by. They got to get by Minnesota because I'm gonna be honest with you. This series should be over or dang near over Minnesota's way. Minnesota's way. Every game Minnesota lost, they've been up by multiple points. At one game, they was up by like 26 and blew the lead. Let Memphis come back to take it. I'm just saying, if Minnesota knew how to finish games, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be frank with you, this series is, to me, and if anybody out there, Tony, anybody out there, Barry, anybody out there, Larry, and anybody out there, Rodney, anybody out there disagree with me when I say this series is more about Minnesota blowing this series than Memphis fighting back in this series. Anybody want to dispute that? Because Minnesota, it's their fault. It's not what Memphis did. It's more about what Memphis. It's not about what Memphis did. It's more about what Minnesota didn't do.
I would say, looking from afar and seeing just what we talk, just that part, I could say, yeah. But in my mind, and from what I see, it's more about why can't the Grizzlies go from beginning to end in the game? Why can't you go out here and be the team that's second in the West and be that team throughout the series? Because if you were second in the West through the series and you second, and you play like the second team in the West right now, this should have been a sweep. Why can't the Grizzlies go out? Why can't the Grizzlies go out? Wait a minute. I know where it's going, but that's my view on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know the answer to the question, but what I'm saying is, to me, it's more about why can't they do what they should have done and go from beginning to end? They haven't had but one game where they went showed their dominance.
You can easily say the same thing about Minnesota. Easily. How come they can't do the same thing? How come they can't do the same thing they did in the first half, in the second half? How come they can't do that? How come they can't string 4 quarters together? and finish the
Because-
game.
That's why they the 7th seed, right? That stuff happened to them. That shouldn't be happening to a 2nd seed. A 2nd seed should not be in this situation against the Minnesota team that you're talking about. The one that
Can I ask you
blows
a question?
leads.
Can I ask you a question?
Allen.
Can I ask you a question? Is the playoff anything remotely close to the same as the regular season?
Oh no, I know that.
No, it's
I know
not.
that. I know that.
Things change in the playoffs. The game is slowed down in the playoffs. What you used to seeing Memphis do in the regular season is running and gunning. That's what you used to them. That's what you used to them. And I'm just saying that things change in the playoffs. The game is slowed down.
I will tell you this.
Now
much.
they said that. I'm gonna give it to them. They did take advantage of what was given them with Minnesota. If Minnesota don't want to play 4 quarters of ball, guess what? They capitalize on that, and I commend them for that. But I really feel like this series is more about what Minnesota didn't do more than what Memphis did.
And the bad thing about that statement is at the end of the day, it's not going to be spent like that. Memphis win this game tomorrow. It's going to be spent like the Grizzlies had a couple close calls and they showed up at the end. It's not going to be spent like
Of course.
But what the point I made and the point you made, they should be top 2, right? Because this ain't the first time most of his Grizzlies team have been to the playoffs. They did it in his rookie year, in John's rookie year.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, they did. Hold on. I'm sorry. But I told you I'm gonna be doing this all night. I hate to cut you off, but the pick is in for the Panthers. They got. Oh my God.
Come on, say it. You want-
Okawanu for NC State. Okawanu from NC State. Okawanu.
Now, Tony, I'm gonna tell you like this. I agree with Tony, and as much as I would like to see Memphis win, I don't feel like they're gonna win. I don't feel if they don't win tomorrow, they're not winning Game 7. And to me, that's a big thing because you shouldn't be in this situation. You did it to yourself. You shot yourself in the foot. And it goes back to that playoff experience, not understanding that you're in a different time in the season and not understanding that you need to put your foot on their throat from the beginning and play hard from the beginning to the end because they ain't doing it. They ain't getting but one game. And the way they've been missing shots. You can easily say, well, if Memphis had to hit those shots in the beginning, they should be up. Exactly. If they hit those shots and they be dogging, going in and do what they do, but they're not doing it. And like I said it once. There's a leader on this team, but there's no dog on this team to get nobody face and piss nobody out. They're all buddy, happy. John Morant is the supposed leader, but he's a superstar. He's not the leader like you want.
I disagree. I feel like he's molding into that leadership role because I do see flashes of leadership from him. I actually do, but I feel like he talks a little too much trash. That kind of takes away from that. I understand you got this. I understand you got this little edge about you or whatever. It's okay to have an edge, but I mean that's a thin line between that and just talking trash. You know what I'm saying? And he get that a lot.
Hey, let me disagree with you real quick, Tony. Now, I will say he's kind of letting Pat Beverly get to him, but I gotta
disagree too.
Take that dog out. You can put a fool in there, a pizza, a gnat, but you can't put dog in that sentence. You can't. He's a rough player. But I can't say dog.
Okay. Since you addressed the dog part, which I kind of agree with you, he's more of a pest than a dog. Now I want to address that other part. He's getting into their heads. I kind of disagree because if you go back to the last game where Patrick Beverly came down and hit a shot. No, yes, he came down and hit a shot on Ja. And he went back to it talking about he too little. Then Ja came back and scored 13 straight points and ultimately the game winning one. And who's in whose head?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, he awoke the sleeping giant. That's what he did.
I don't think people realize
That's
that.
and that's what leaders do.
That's what leaders do. But at the same time, Ray, if you watch the end of that game, there were plenty of opportunities for other people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that part of the leadership is what's missing too, because we're sitting there watching it and Jim saying, "What is he doing?"
You know what?
I mean, I understand.
But did anybody crucify Michael Jordan for doing the same thing?
But it's Michael Jordan.
Okay, then this is Ja Morant. How come he can't have his name? Okay. Did it hurt him? 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 Answer the question. No? Okay, it did. Did it hurt Mike?
No. Let me put it like this. That's not fair, right?
What?
Because you talk about the greatest that we've ever seen play. One of the greatest that we've ever seen.
But the scenario is still the same.
No, I can't go with that one. It didn't hurt him because ultimately it worked out. But those same shots that he hit towards the end, he was missing, and it could have hurt him. And it was a thing where like you watching it, like, dude, you could.
All right, now, Rod. Okay, now, Rod. Now you playing devil advocate. Now, look, dude, you can't say it could have. You can't say it could have. And then say the ones he hit.
The ones that worked
he
out.
Hit him, but he did. But
at the same time, the decisions he made on those shots, I can't agree with all of them. Let me just put it like that. I can't agree with all the shots he made during that 13-point run. All the shots that he attempted during that 13-point run, I can't agree with. Let me just put it like that. Because you had plenty of opportunities for other people to make even bigger shots if you had played it right. That's what I see.
Whoa. How's the shot bigger? Hold up. How is the shot bigger than he could have? But he made the shot. How can the shot that he made, how can the shot that could have been made be bigger than that?
What I'm saying is,
wouldn't that be?
What I'm saying is there were a lot of, and I say it, a lot of forced shots when I didn't think that he had to force shots. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that the shots he made were shots bigger than that. What I'm saying is there were a lot of times he forced stuff where I didn't think he really had to force stuff when he could have used his teammates. You see what I'm saying?
But you know what? Okay. I hear that. I do hear that. Now that I hear that. I hear that. But is that not his game?
At times.
Huh?
At times. I've seen a lot of it.
Come on, bro.
I'm telling you. You asked me a question. You asked me a question. At times, because I've seen him do exactly what I'm telling you. That's the other thing. I've seen him do those things. The Giants got another offensive pick. I'm gonna say Ed O'Neal because that's the only E I can think of. Ed Neal, offensive tackle. I don't know where he's from. But now the Falcons are on the clock. We're gonna see if they're gonna trade for Deebo Samuel because we need to get into that.
Offensive tackle. He's from Neal. He's from Alabama.
So,
all right. I'm just saying. You say you didn't know. I'm saying you say you didn't know where he was from. I'm just telling you.
But John knows the offensive tackle.
Hey, but now we about to. Hey, we seen offensive linemen. We've seen defensive line. We've seen cornerbacks. Now it's time for the offensive playmakers to come off the board.
Let's get into the Deebo Samuel thing real quick because we can keep going
Okay.
on back to that.
All right, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Let's go to Deebo Samuel. But I will end this conversation on this, that Ja Morant hit the shots. Therefore,
I'm not taking nothing back.
I'm just saying. If he hit the shot, I mean,
you said your piece, and I'll say my piece. If they come down,
I feel like he did what leaders supposed to do: take the game there. Kobe.
I will tell you this much.
Kobe would be proud of Ja Morant.
I will tell you right now. I would be proud of Ja Morant.
If he had to pass the ball sometime during the stretch, like you were talking about, that's what you'd be proud of him.
If he was more consistent before that situation, if they was better before that situation, I would feel better about it. Now listen to this, because you roll your head when I say something that makes sense, but it's the same thing. But I would say this.
I disagree. It's because I disagree.
Listen, Linda. Listen. If they get into that situation again, and he has to do it again, I cannot sit here and say that that's going to work. Not with my honestly watching, and I cannot say that's going to work. It's a growing phase. I understand that point, but I can say that that's not going to work.
It worked 3 games in a row.
Who did?
It worked 3 games in a row. Maybe not to the magnitude of this last game, but it worked 3 games in a row. So what are you talking about?
But let me put it like this.
Deebo Samuel.
No.
Stop, Ray. Don't compare. I ain't comparing. Look.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No. I'm saying, no, I'm not comparing him to Kobe. Let's not do that. That is not what I'm doing. No, I'm not gonna let that fly. I am not comparing him to Kobe Bryant. I am not.
I hate to interrupt right now.
Go ahead.
The Falcons took a wide receiver off the board, like you said, they took a wide receiver. D. London. Where D. London from?
USC.
Good pick. Okay, now what you were saying? Deebo Samuel.
I'm just saying. That ain't what I said. No, I ain't letting that bull crap fly. Look, I am not comparing Ja Morant to Kobe Bryant. I'm not comparing him to Michael Jordan. I'm talking about the scenario. I'm talking about, no. When you comparing somebody to somebody, saying that they're just as good as such and such, they just as good as such and such. I'm talking about the scenario of the game. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the shots. No, hold on. I'm talking about the shot selection. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the gameplay period. I am not talking about him versus Kobe Bryant. That ain't what I'm talking about. I said Kobe Bryant would be proud of him because he took the bull by the horns and led his team to victory. That's what I'm saying. That's what Kobe Bryant would have done. That's what Michael Jordan would have done. One scenario. All right, Deebo Samuel, what's up? I'm done. Deebo Samuel.
Whether you intend to do it or not, sound like a comparison. That's all I'm saying.
All right, whatever.
When you said Michael Jordan, I was like, that's not fair. That's not fair. We know what
I'm talking about the scenario. I'm talking about the choice. I'm talking about the shot selection. That's what I'm talking about. It's the shot selections down the stretch. I'm talking about him being the leader and taking the team all right, man. Let go.
Be the leader and take the team by the horn, but learn to take it before the end of the game. That's all I hate.
Dude, but Rodney, you know basketball. You're not gonna be on all the time. No.
If you're not gonna be on all the time, make sure your teammates are. You watch Memphis play ball, Ray, and I will show, and I can show you games, dude. When they are, and this is not me just calling Ja out, right? But the last 2 games they lost, they shouldn't have never been in that situation. Every game they played, they've been close for no reason, right? It's been points where These dudes cannot figure out when I'm not making shots, I need to make other things happen. Right? I'm not making shots, I need to make other things happen. Now, Ja Morant, when he wasn't making shots, he ended up getting triple-double. Cool, that's what you're supposed to do. But he don't realize that he needs to do something different until it's the end of the game. And that's the part I'm talking about with the whole team. Their shot selection and what they do from the beginning, they don't understand that, hey, man, we can't keep doing this. We need to change it up. Even if the coaches don't recognize it and the coaches are trying to get them to do it, seriously, they could have lost it. This series could have been over in the way of Minnesota. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not taking much from them. I just want to see more from them in the beginning than at the end. I don't want to see you be a hero at the end, especially in this series. I want to see you be the hero in the beginning. I want to see you crush them because you should. That's the point. That's the point. You shouldn't have to be a hero at the end.
The thing is, they shouldn't even be crushing Minnesota. There shouldn't be no crushing going on. Not Minnesota. Hell, no, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, because Minnesota was up 26 points. Minnesota was up 18 points. I'm talking about the game, and they blew the lead. They blew the lead. It wasn't because.
You're missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Minnesota shouldn't even be up 24 points. That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't even be up that much. They shouldn't be up. That's what I'm saying. Someone took the lead. Chris Paul snap. Finally. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Minnesota shouldn't even be in that situation where they should be up. That's the point I'm making. Because of what they do.
My point is this series should be over because of what Minnesota didn't do.
Tomato. Deebo Samuel.
Deebo Samuel. Nope, I'm gonna let you take it because I'm in my feelings about this one.
About Deebo?
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say. All right, I'm gonna set the table. All right, Deebo. I'm gonna set the table. Deebo Samuel, the wide receiver that led the San Francisco 49ers to the playoffs and ultimately to the conference championship, won out because him and the San Francisco organization can't come on an agreement with a new contract. I don't know, for sure the details of who want what, but if you know anything about anything, you know that Deebo don't want to be a slash back and be used in the running back as a running back like he did, and want to get paid as a wide receiver. He wants his money, but for some reason there's some hiccups when it comes to San Francisco part about what they want to do with Deebo Samuel going forward. The table is set. Go.
On the side of Deebo and watching football like we do, we could sit here and observe if they don't see it, something's wrong with their organization. You killing the man. All right? You killing him. This dude is getting a third of his yards, a third of his production at the running back slot. On pitching. That is not what you do with a receiver of his caliber. Now, you got him on a rookie deal, and they used him on a rookie deal. That's what you're supposed to do. But when it comes time for you to play this man, because you playing him like he worked everything to your team, yet you don't want to play him like he means everything to the team. And if I'm Deebo Samuel and I'm not basically getting what I want to an extent, then I kind of agree. Hey, bro, let me go make some money somewhere else because y'all finna kill me, and I'm not coming over here to die. End of the game, this dude suck and win, and you sitting here instead of trying to make him run different things. Like, if there's anything about player health and safety, that's it. And they're ignoring it. And if I'm him, I'm like, dude, I came here as a receiver. That's my position. That's what I'm listed as. Pay me as a top receiver. I mean, to be honest, I believe they can pay him top 10 money and be fine, as long as they just use him as receiver. And I would venture to say that a top 10 contract has probably been offered, but in that negotiation, Debo said, "Hey man, I can do that as long as you ain't running me as running back the third of the game."
Pause. With the ninth pick by the Seattle Seahawks, they choose Cross, offensive tackle from Mississippi State. Get that bag, boy. Hail State.
Sundays. So now he probably got an offer that was somewhat worthy, but I don't think that going forward the game plan agreed with him, because it's easy to say, "Hey man, we can give you this money, but I need you to still do this." I'm not trying to do that. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Go get a running back. Yeah, buy him a dozen. Just because we got one that might not work out for us, don't mean you can just use me every time. And that's what's happening. And because, like we know they got the money. They ain't saving for nothing, because they got two quarterbacks, one they can get rid of, and one or can't get rid of his money.
It's more than can't at the moment. They got him out there, but he just come off surgery and all this kind of jibber jabber and all this kind of stuff. They're not able to move him right now. They're trying to move him, but they're just not able to move him at the moment.
They can eat that, because I don't see a situation where he is actually ready to be moved anywhere.
But I say that I'm my prediction that he'll be moved somewhere sometime when the season gets started, when quarterbacks start on the short and somebody need an experienced quarterback. I can see him being moved then. That's when I see him being moved.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm assuming that you agree with me on Debo.
Yes, I do. 100%.
With that being said, do you think if San Francisco got a running back and made the quarterback change, it would make a difference?
They do have. First of all, they do have a running back. They do in Mitchell. They do have a running back in Mitchell and a backup running back in Sherman. Mitchell ran for over 1,000 yards with just a handful of games last year due to injury, and that's ultimately the reason why Debo was in the backfield in the first place, because Mitchell was hurt. And so they do have that. Trey Lance, I'm gonna call it an experiment, because they moved up in the draft to get him at the number 3 spot last year. That's definitely going to be the quarterback next year. I felt like he didn't show me enough, but it is what it is at this point. And he just got to tough up and get it this coming up season. And now, how Debo will play in this particular offense this coming up season, with that situation right there, I feel like he will be fine if they did what they're supposed to and leave him at the wide receiver position. Kyle Shanahan is one of the most bona fide play callers offensively in the league. And one thing that he can do is protect his quarterback when they're not playing well. Look what he did for Jimmy G over the last couple of years. On that run to the Super Bowl that they went to, he took the ball out of his hand and he ran the ball. He dumped it down the playbook and let him dink and dunk all across the field. He protected the quarterback whenever he wasn't playing well. He protected Jimmy G as much as he could this past season. It's the best thing that he could. And I feel like he could do the same for Trey Lance. And with the offensive weapons that's on this team with Kittle and his Debo return, and with the running back with Mitchell, I feel like that everything will be fine. But they have to give him what he wants. They have to give him what he wants. And if he won't, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for wanting out. I don't blame him. Dude, pay me as a wide receiver and play me as a wide receiver. That's what I want to do. If I come here as a wide receiver, that's what I want to do. He is the heartbeat of this team. In the playoffs, who was the first person to walk out the locker room leading his team? It was Deebo Samuel.
I agree 100%.
Who in against Dallas when Dallas turned the ball over after San Francisco turned the interception with Jimmy G. When they was going back on the field, Deebo said, "Give me the ball." Kyle Shanahan said, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you the ball, but I'm gonna give it to you in the backfield." Are you ready for a touchdown?
Read that question.
I'm gonna say yes and no, and I say yes and no simply because Deebo is so talented he can play the outside receiver as well as the slot receiver has done. So he can play both slot and outside.
Now,
I don't know if that answers your question, but
I don't know
he can do both.
I don't know what Jets picked the receiver Wilson at 10 out of Ohio State.
So that means Deebo ain't going to the Jets like everybody been talking about.
Don't see it. Now.
Hey, can I put I gotta throw this tidbit in. Today is Thursday, Tuesday. Not Kyle Shanahan, but come on. Lynch, GM came out in the press conference and said that I am not trading Deebo Samuel. I'm not. And you know what? And on that note, I don't blame him for not trading him. But dude, give the guy what he wants. I kind of, in the back of my mind, feel like they're gonna reconcile over this ordeal, and everybody gonna kiss and make up, and they're gonna pay the man and gonna give him what he wants. If they want to succeed, they need to do that. You don't let a special talent like that leave your locker room because you're trying to save a dime.
I will say this though. And this gonna hit. It may hit different. I don't know. But part of his special talent is doing what they're using him for. Now, I will say the thing is, oh no, he's not getting that. No. He's not getting that.
No. He won't get the $30 million bag a year. Nope.
But I will tell you this much: the scale has moved. I can tell you this much: the scale has moved. Now, back to what I was saying. It's like this: for him to stay that special talent without being the slot receiver, they have to make sure they get the ball in his hands quickly, because he's got that thing to me that reminds me a lot about T.O. and Dez Bryant. Like when you get the ball to them, they are dangerous after they put the ball. So it's quick to get to them, let them work. But
yards after catch.
It's not going to be it. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be it. So that's how they're going to have to keep it special. They can't do, they can't do the same thing they've been doing because it's killing them. And as long as they do that, I don't think he's playing. And they may make up. But if they do it, they're going to use somebody else to do it.
Okay, let me ask you this. All right. Do you see him? Because if he do get traded, let's just say if he do get traded.
Mm-hmm.
Now, San Francisco's dumb, number one. Their front office is dumb. They always have been dumb. Not to give him what he wants. But they are also smart. They won't trade him to a contender. They won't do that. Do you see him being effective, let's just say, in New York with the Jets? Do you see him being effective? Do you see him being effective just playing wide receiver now? Just playing, giving him what he wants.
I can. With Jets,
okay.
because you got to think about it. I don't think these are the same Jets.
You got Wilson at quarterback still now.
But I don't think these are the same Jets. Just to be honest, I think they're not doing the same things. I think they're at least trying to do something different. Honestly,
I mean, they've been trying to do something. They've been trying to do something different for the last decade and a half.
Yeah, but I'm not buying that. But I could see if there's a point of emphasis, it could happen. Honestly,
I ain't gonna shit the Jets selling anyway. I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, but is it worth the shot? Go ahead with the next team.
Falcons.
No.
Washington.
No.
Texans.
No.
You see where I'm going here? These are teams where he cannot even be productive. He would definitely be productive in San Francisco offense if he's just a wide receiver. Period. I can see him being productive there, but you got to be careful about the decisions that you make. You understand what I'm saying here? So even though I'm pulling for Debo, I'm just scared for him in his career of going to an organization that got a quarterback that
and not being that dude. I understand, but at some point, oh my God, dude. Let me go through these two statements. I need to see Tony. So,
Tony, I mean, hold on. Let me ask Tony something right quick. First, let me ask Tony. Tony, what's in your cup? Because I know you got a cup nearby. I want to know what's in it.
So that's what Riley for. Okay, Riley, that wouldn't make sense. That's probably why the Jets didn't try to go after him. That makes sense. That's probably why the Jets didn't try to go after him. Now, this right here, I ain't got that much time, Tony.
Hold up. Who's the quarterback over there? I forgot.
He came from Philadelphia. From the coach. Wentz.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Tony, let me tell you why. We finna go. Because I gotta go eat. Grandma, yeah.
There it is. All right. That explains. All right, go ahead, Rodney. Go ahead.
We're gonna get at y'all back. I thought.
On the R&R show.
Hey, Tony, check this out. We finna hook up. Me, you, and Ray, we finna ride. So get ready, get it Sunday, and we gonna do it. No joke. So get ready.
Hey man, y'all contacting with us, man. The interaction and everything, man. Y'all stay up. Enjoy the rest of the draft. Enjoy the rest of the playoffs. Ain't no telling when y'all will see us again. Who knows? We may be live from the Memphis Grizzlies game come Sunday.
Woo! Hopefully. But hey,
all right, y'all be easy.
Peace out. What you switching, Ryder?